being a human blimp if you can't fly faster than you can walk. Not that there's any shame in that. There are quite a few lucky metaband finders who are actually making very good livings holding up huge advertising billboards high above the city. I'm lucky because my metabands happened to give me all three of these abilities along with a whole bunch of others. One of my abilities is enhanced vision, and it's the ability I'm currently using as I fly over Bayview City, looking for any kind of trouble being caused by the thousands of new metas attempting to use their new abilities to cash in somehow. It doesn't take long before I find some. About 1,000 feet below me, I can see what is clearly a bank heist taking place. It's probably the most cliché and obvious of all the money-making schemes that the more villainous metahumans have taken up. The bank itself is relatively small, but that actually makes it a better target, considering most of the larger banks have installed an array of anti-meta measures beyond the laser-activated alarm systems. Most don't even keep cash on the premises anymore. Outside the bank, I can easily spot an 8-foot-tall brute. Brutes are what the world has started calling metas whose abilities are mainly related to strength and invulnerability. Underneath his fire engine red skin-tight suit is what looks less like muscle and more like poured concrete. His intensely mean-looking face appears as though it has been chiseled out of granite, and not by someone who is a particularly skilled sculptor. He stands, looking back and forth, cracking his knuckles over and over. He must be the lookout for whoever is inside, busy looting the minuscule bank of whatever tiny fortune is inside their vault. Regardless of the approach I take, I'm going to have to deal with this guy at some point, so I might as well get it out of the way. "Hey, handsome!" I yell to grab his attention. "Up here! The guy wearing the red tights. Name's Omni. What's yours?" The brute slowly turns his gaze skyward, taking a second or two to find me hovering against the backdrop of the city. By the time he has a fix on my position, it's too late for him, as I'm already flying as fast as I can with my fists out in front of me, ready to barrel into him. And I do barrel into him. The only problem is that it doesn't seem to really have much of an effect. Bouncing off his chest, I stumble about 100 feet or so down the quiet commercial street, past stores that have long since closed for the night. The brute grins at me, showing me a mouthful of mangled teeth. "All right, then. Let's try this another way," I yell down the street as I run toward him. I assume it's a him. If it's not, yikes. I strike him square in the ribcage with the hardest punch I can muster. He just laughs and punches me in retaliation, not putting any of his weight behind it. Again, I find myself tumbling down the street. Even for a brute, this guy is pretty strong and might require a little more tact. He slowly marches toward me, and the city concrete trembles under the force of each step. My eyesight changes, and a red haze comes over everything. It's not anger that clouds my vision, though. It's heat. Heat that I release with just a thought, aimed squarely at the brute's chest. He stumbles backward, almost falling to his knees, before once again finding his footing and marching toward me. I intensify the heat I'm directing at him, and while it seems to be slowing him down, it is certainly not stopping him.
"You think your flashy powers can hurt Malfoy?"
The brute asks in a voice that is so gravelly and low that it'd be comical if he weren't trying his damnedest to kill me. But he's partially right. This guy doesn't seem like he has many powers beyond being incredibly strong and impervious to damage, but he's definitely stronger than me. I won't be able to beat him in a slugfest. He's within 20 feet of me, still pushing against the heat vision I'm trying to bore through his chest, when I find a question to ask him.